Hi everyone. So if you are on the hunt for your first wig, I just wanted to share some practical tips that might be able to help you with your wig purchasing decision. So no matter which stage of your hair loss you might be at, it's very difficult and very emotional oftentimes to buy your first wig. You know, we see so many people online, myself included, wearing so many different types of wigs, different colors, and they just own it. But if we dig a little deeper, maybe their first wig might not have been such a hit. So I just want to share some recommendations that I have for first-time wig wearers or wig buyers to help you with that wig purchasing decision and to take the guesswork out of buying your first wig. So when you are looking for your first wig, you do have to ask yourself some very serious questions and, give yourself some honest responses. And the first thing that I like to ask anyone who may be looking for their first wig is, what is your expectation from the wig and what is your goal with your first wig? If you are at the beginning of your hair loss journey and you are experiencing rapid hair loss, more times than not, the answer that I hear from first-time wig wearers is they want a wig that reminds them of their bio hair, the hair that they lost that they had previously, or perhaps when their hair was at a really good place in the past. They want to mimic what they had previously, maybe a little bit better quality or a bit more of it, and to look as natural as possible. So choosing a wig that really looks like your old hair, you want to wear it, start feeling more comfortable again. You want to start building your self-confidence back up, and you just want to start living your best life. So it's really important that you do find a wig that as soon as you put it on, you can quickly start enjoying your hair again. And I think that's really what so many of us want to achieve when wearing wigs or when buying our first wig, is to start feeling like our old self again and our best self again. So once you've answered honestly about the ultimate goal with your first wig, then the next thing you need to ask yourself is, what kind of wig do I need for my lifestyle? So if you're a busy mum, if you have a 9-to-5 job, if you love going to the gym, if you love going for a drink and wearing different hairstyles previously, then you need to find a wig that can fit into your lifestyle without too much hassle. If you are looking for a conservative wig that you can easily put on without looking too obvious in the office, or if you want something that you can start styling yourself, then there are different options that you need to look at. So actually there are a number of hair types on the market, and if you have been in the hair loss community for a while, or if you are new to the hair loss community, then there are synthetics. There are heat-defying synthetics, there are human hair, there's human hair mix, there's Remy human hair, and the list goes on and on and on. So many brands have different types of hair. But if you are looking to mimic your bio hair, then my recommendation would always be, start looking at human hair. Because human hair looks and feels natural. It moves like real hair because it is real hair. So human hair wig can withstand most activities, can be tied back, can be worn up, can be worn to the gym, can be worn on a night out, can be styled, can be straightened. You can use your previously owned heat tools on these wigs, but with some extra caution and with some extra care. And obviously they do take a little bit of time to style. They need a little bit more extra care than your old bio hair did, because it is a wig and it's not connected to your head. So there are specific products that you need to use. But there are loads of online resources from manufacturers out there about how to style them, how to care for them. And I'm not going to go through that in this video. In this video, I just want to give some tips on what you could be looking for your first wig, if it is human hair or if it's something else. So human hair is actually more of an investment versus other fibers, though in terms of longevity and the life cycle of a human hair wig, it does last quite a bit longer than your regular synthetics, for example. So human hair can last around a year plus if you take really good care of it. And it's actually the best longer term solution if you do enjoy, or if you have previously used heat tools on your old hair. So human hair does withstand heat. So if you do like using your hot tools and changing your styles around, then definitely human hair is probably the option for you. I actually think that human hair will give you more peace of mind in the longer run, and it's well worth that high price tag because of how long it lasts. So I like to look at it from a value standpoint. If you've previously gone to the hair salon and cut, colored, styled, and you do it multiple times a year, then human hair is actually an investment. It's a win-win situation because you are saving money in the long run if you do take care of your human hair wig, because it will last longer than a year. So once you've determined the hair type that you're after based on your lifestyle needs, then I would definitely recommend looking at cap construction. So if you are rapidly losing your hair, or if you don't have enough hair in front for a topper, then I would definitely recommend looking at a lace front. So lace fronts have the added benefit that you can pull the hair off your face and it still looks realistic. You can tie it up in a ponytail if you don't like wearing your hair in your face in the gym. And yeah, it still manages to look very realistic. So lace fronts are a bit more delicate than other cap constructions, but the realism that they offer is just amazing. So the one that I'm actually holding is from Jon Renau, and this is a welded lace front that contours to the shape of your face and ensures a really good fit. So in addition to a lace front, which helps when you pull your hair back for realness, I would definitely recommend looking at a hand-tied monofilament top for added realness on the top of your head. The hand-tied monofilament as a material does mimic scalp. It does allow for the hair to move like your real hair, because the way that the knots are tied by hand allow it to look and feel realistic if you do move the part around in that area. And of course, if you're like me and you like changing your hairstyle, then a hand-tied mono top is actually a really great choice, because you can move it around, you can center part it, you can left part it, you can right part it. There are no limitations to the movement on that area. So there are actually a couple of different types of caps that most manufacturers offer. But if you are experiencing progressed hair loss, you do have a sensitive scalp, either from alopecia or from chemotherapy, and you are looking for something that is very comfortable, then my recommendation would be for a hand-tied cap. So hand-tied caps are actually the lightest of all cap constructions, and that's because the material is a soft mesh where all the hairs are hand-tied into the cap itself. So you don't have additional wefts, or you don't have any additional parts that don't need to be there. And that's actually what gives you a really natural look when you wear a wig, is the hair has been tied in such a way that when you move, your hair moves with you rather than moving against your natural movement. And if you actually like wearing braids or updos, then hand-tied caps are probably the best, because you do have the ability to part it anywhere around the cap without worrying that you'll be able to see your scalp underneath, or without worrying that, you might have some buyer hair peeking through. So all hand-tied wigs actually have what we call returns, or hair returns. So essentially, once each strand of hair is knotted, the part that is left is actually called a return. So on most human hair wigs, you can see it's those shorter hairs that do appear throughout the wig. So on this Jon Renau wig, for example, hair returns are actually a little bit longer than other brands, and that actually allows for the hair to lay flatter, giving it a more realistic appearance. I actually prefer having the longer returns because they look like baby hairs and they look like natural flyaways. So it does give a more natural appearance without having spiky bits poking up everywhere throughout the wig. So you've already added a few requirements on your checklist. The next thing that I would recommend you look at is length. So if you are mimicking your previous buyer hair, then definitely try and get something either the same length or a little bit longer, so it gives you the ability to customize or take it to a hairdresser who has experience in cutting wigs to give it a trim similar to your previous buyer hair. Unless you previously had a pixie or a really short bob, my recommendations are always to go mid-length, so mid to longer than what you previously had, so that you can get used to the length and cut up as you go, but also to have the ability to create updos to wear your hair off your neck, because longer hair is a little bit warmer because it touches your neck all the time in summertime. And you know, you do have the ability to move it away from your nape or from your neck. So that's why I think looking for a wig that's perhaps a little bit longer than your previous bio hair definitely has its advantages. So once you've determined the length, try and find a style that suits you. So there are different styles of human hair out there. For example, I'm wearing Jon Renau Angie. Angie is a mid to long length style. It has a shorter bang, it does have layers throughout, and it looks really great with a curl. The one that I'm actually holding up now is Penelope. Penelope is pretty much the same length as Angie, however has less layers and it has a longer bang in the front. And I really enjoy this one because I love it straight. And I can take it to my hairdresser who knows how to cut wigs and ask for the layers that suit my face shape. So there are different options for you to choose from. So keep that in mind when you're looking for a wig style. Is do you want the pre-cut layers or do you want the longer length that you can take to your salon and get customized with the layers that you're after? So styling wigs actually can be a little bit tricky as well. You do need the right tools, you need the right products to use. There are so many tutorials out there from the manufacturers on how to take care of your wig, how to style your wig. So I would definitely recommend, once you have found the wig that you're after, that you take some time to look into the tips and the tools recommended by each of the manufacturers for your wig, so that you're able to keep your wig looking soft, new and luxurious for a really long time. So we've made our way down the checklist for you to buy your first wig. And one of the most important things is hair color. So if you are looking for something to mimic your old bio hair or the hair that you've previously loved, then most human hair wigs will have a solution for you. So most human hair wigs are actually softer blended. You won't find those extremely intense highlights that you get done at your hairdresser on your normal hair. So, but there are options out there to deposit color onto human hair wigs if you can't find the right color for you. However, it's really important to note that if you are looking for something lighter, then most human hair wigs are very, very hard to lighten because they have been pre-dyed with specific dyes for the wigs. So I would definitely recommend looking at options which are salon specific or hair dye specific. Jon Renau actually has a really great range of colors which end in RN or Renau Naturals, which can be lifted further at your salon. So if you are looking at a more intense or lighter blonde, or you want to add highlights into a brunette, then definitely look at the color selection to see if you can find something there. If you are looking for something lighter, then for sure look at your Renau Natural collection to see what can be lightened by your hairdresser. And if you don't have the option to go and see the wigs live at a wig shop or, you know, from a retailer, then I would definitely recommend asking for a coloring if you're finding it hard to find the color that matches your old bio hair. So colorings are actually available from most large wig manufacturers for medical wigs, and you can actually buy them online if you can't go to a store to see them live. Most wig stores do sell colorings or might be able to send you one to look at, so you can pick the color that works for you.